know the day has passed, but how was your Valentine's Day? Were you alone, crying, watching rom-coms? Were you out to dinner with a new fling? Were you out to dinner with an old fling like me? We celebrated Valentine's Day, me and my beloved, 5 years, and it was a great time. You know, I got really beautiful forever roses where they just last forever. Really beautiful. I really like flowers on Valentine's Day. And you know, I didn't always get flowers on Valentine's Day. And I remember one of the first times it happened was with an ex, and he didn't get me flowers, and I don't know what that was about because we were dating and apparently we were in love. And I could have been really like, you know, what a lot of women do is just get really quiet, and he should just know that, like, I want flowers on Valentine's Day. Some guys don't. They're not mind readers. Who knows what their ex was like? Maybe their ex was allergic and hated flowers. So what I did was I just got quiet. And I was like, what's the best way to take care of myself? Because younger Manon in her teens would have been like, I didn't get flowers, I'm a victim. And then just like held on to it as a reason to be mad at the guy, I guess. But now I'm an adult and I take good care of myself. And I remember telling the guy, hey, for romantic holidays, I really love flowers. And I remember he was like, okay, great, awesome. And he always got me flowers from then on. And that was the way I took care of myself. And it's all about communication, people, which brings me to this week. A lot happened this week. I had therapy with Johnny, our first session in months. I don't think it's a good idea to go a long time in a relationship without therapy. It's kind of like, you know, in the 12-step programs, they say a business that doesn't take regular inventory usually goes broke. Well, we have this mental and emotional inventory that we can take to clear away all the bullshit so that we can be present in the day. Because when you first meet somebody and it's like sparks are flying, the butterflies are happening, you're so excited, you're so in love, you're digesting better. That love feeling is like a blank canvas. It's so exciting because you can see all the possibilities of the relationship, of the partner on this blank page. There's no resentments yet. There's no buttons to be pressed. There's no issues. And then over time, you're starting to paint the picture. And then you're like, oh my God, I can see the picture. It's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute. But you know, that honeymoon phase where everything's amazing lasts, I want to say, anywhere between a month to 6 months. Some people get really lucky and it lasts a year. And then you really get to know the person. About a year, 2 years in, you start to really get to know them, all of them, right? Because in the beginning, we only show the best and most amazing parts. Unless you're like me and you just start crying, you know, week 2 about your issues. And if you're lucky, you'll find a guy like Johnny who's willing to just hold the space. I mean, honestly, like, show your emotions early. Who cares? If it pushes them away, then they're not for you, right? Like Johnny was like, I love this. I love that you're crying. You're so vulnerable. This is so beautiful. And it was like, really? You think this is okay? And he's like, yeah, this is so refreshing. It feels great. You're not holding it in. I'm like, you know what? All right. You want more? Here's some more tears. I'll give you tears. And I've been crying ever since. Actually, lately, I haven't been crying as much. Unfortunately, I don't know what that's about. I think I'm in high stress of fight or flight, being a new mom. Although I did have an emotional release yesterday after therapy. My point is, we've been in a relationship for 5 years and we have not gone to therapy enough, in my opinion. I think couples, you know, a few years in, it might be nice to go once a month just to clean some stuff up. Hey, because sometimes we're not always addressing how we feel with all the little micro movements. micro tears, like I talked about in previous episodes, where it's like those tears add up, and then all of a sudden you're like yelling at the person. You're like, okay, this really is not about the dishes. This must be about the 10 other things that bothered me that I never brought up, and that's on me. And so therapy is a great way to not only feel heard and seen in a way that maybe you're not feeling seen in your current relationship, but also to get amazing tools. Like yesterday, neither of us felt like going to therapy and being there and like talking about anything. A lot of the times I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I feel fine. Fine. Feelings inside, not expressed, is what I always say. So when you think you're fine, you're really not fine. And all of a sudden we start talking and uncovering and discovering and discarding all of these issues that are like, whoa. And sometimes they're individual. Like I'm watching Johnny go through his process, and then I'm experiencing some new growth patterns that I need in my life. And it's really eye-opening, and it's just really helpful. And we got tools of like, oh, wow, we've been in our feelings a lot. Johnny and I tend to be people that are in our feelings a lot. And not only that, we let our feelings dictate what we do. So if I like don't feel like doing something, sometimes I just won't do it. And like my little friend on Instagram says, I do it anyway. I do it sad. I do it mad. I do it glad. I do it anyway. I do it depressed. I do it obsessed. I do it upset. You don't have to feel like doing the thing to do the thing. And sometimes I rest on my laurels and I'm like, I'm tired, so I'm just not going to do it, because there's no fire lit underneath the ass. That's why I think having a good hustle and being hungry for something, and like sometimes when you are out of cash and you need the money, it's like, I have no choice, but I got to do it now. And I haven't really had that in a while. It's really not like, I wish I ran my business the way that the way I show up in brand deals or auditions or being a mother. I show up like life depends on it. Like, oh, I need to get paid, or I need to be a good mom. I wish I showed up to my creativity that way, with that fire, with that, like, no, I need a video out because XYZ. So it's really important to remember why we do what we do. Like once I remember, oh, people are watching, they get joy, this is going to raise the vibration of the planet. Okay, yeah, I'll make the video, right? Sometimes it's been a little bit challenging as a creator to do that because I don't physically see the people. So it's not until I get approached at the gym like I did today and said, excuse me, is your name Manon? Yeah, Manon. Well, oh my God, what are you doing here in this godforsaken town, Northern California, which I won't name because I don't like it. I don't like this town. It's so boring. I'm bored. But I did go to the gym and I sweat in the sauna, which was great. Shout out to anyone that lives there. You wouldn't know unless you've seen me walking around town. I got a comment the other day of someone says, I watched you check out at Whole Foods. That was adorable. Shout out to you, girl. You can always approach me and say hi anytime. Even if I'm like, what? Huh? Like today I was disgusting. I'd just gone through this sauna and I was nasty. And the girl's like, hello. Even if it takes me a second, like I love saying hi. Anyway, point being, we don't have to feel like doing the thing to do the thing. What a concept. That was something that my therapist was like harping on for Johnny and I yesterday. Like, screw your feelings, do it. Just do it. And we're like, but our feelings, enough. And he, part of his experience was, like Johnny's like, well, when she feels this way, I feel this way. He's like, well, stop taking on her feelings have nothing to do with you, and vice versa. And it's like, but it's so hard when you care about your partner, right? And if I'm feeling shitty, I don't want Johnny to start feeling shitty just because I do, right? And I don't want to have to feel shitty just because Johnny does. So there's some rerouting, and we did some goal setting, which is really good. Because nothing gets done if I don't write it down. So this is your cue to start writing down your goals. And writing down a schedule every day for those of us who are creative and have that kind of job and that kind of flexibility. If I don't write down a schedule, I'm likely not to get stuff done. And then I feel like crap about myself. Moving on. Back to Valentine's Day. Okay. We left the house at night. It was so bizarre. leaving the house at night when I tuck my baby in every night, felt like we were doing something wrong, but we weren't. Then we went to a 3-4 course meal at a Turkish restaurant because Johnny's Turkish, and I think he just wanted to show off that he could speak Turkish with the waiter, because the waiter does, change when Johnny starts speaking Turkish. Merhaba, hayır, evet. Those are some Turkish words. Cool. Johnny's grandma goes, Nedekan. Khan is his middle name, and I guess Nedekan is where is Khan, and she says it 4,892 times a day because she has Alzheimer's, and she doesn't remember that she just said it. Not making fun. I guess I'm technically making fun, right? Like, think about that. I'm making it fun. I'm lightening the load of a very heavy topic that's very heavy in this family. And we got to kind of find the amusement of it, right? Somewhere. Otherwise, we're just going to cry all day about the pain of life. I'm here to make you laugh. Why am I justifying this? I don't know. So those are the words I know of Turkish. We had some food. We went over. I was kind of in a moment of boredom at the dinner. I'm like, what do we talk about now? Because we talk all day. We're always talking. And I just sat there like, now what? And he said, tell me your perfect day. And then I had fun because I got to use my imagination, and I went through my perfect day, and it was like all my friends at a dance class, and we're bopping around to Yin Yang Twins and just dancing in front of the mirror and goofing off. And then I think there was like a spiritual MDMA trip with all my favorite celebrities and Jimmy Fallon and Kristen Wiig and Will Arnett and Jennifer Aniston and all these people. And I just imagined us at a spiritual journey at a home, just loving on each other. And I got to see a live performance in my ideal day with Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman live on Broadway doing Moulin Rouge. And they were performing in this perfect day. I also went to coffee, I think with Bradley Cooper or something. I was eating donuts all day. I was live with Jimmy Fallon. That's what it was. He later came, I guess, to the spiritual journey, but I went on his show and we were playing all the games and hysterically laughing together, That was a fun exercise. And then I asked him what his ideal day was. And then he said, just playing Wii all day, eating donuts. And I went, well, that's what you do regardless. You can dream big. And he said, no, he was joking. Oh man, we made a joke out of like how I built the most extravagant day ever. Let's just throw like bungee jumping on my day because I love it, and surfing in warm weather with warm water. Sounds so luxurious. But Johnny would play Wii. He will play video games all day. If his ideal day, which is he doesn't actually play. He hasn't played video games in years. But I do remember one Christmas he got the Wii. I got it for him. Big mistake. And he just started playing it all day. And I was like, my attraction is diminishing really fast. My womanhood doesn't think this is cute. It just doesn't think this is cute. I want a man to like step up and like inspire me and like see him in his masculine. And this is like gross, it's like looking at like a little teenage kid, and like, I don't want to screw that, right? And then we went to ice cream, and I got chocolate chip cookie dough, and he got nothing because he's doing keto. So that's where we're at. I'm shoving ice cream down my face while he's dropping weight. So good on him though. I'm proud of him. I support him. I love him. And I love him more now that we did therapy. That's always what happens. That's what you can guarantee. I would say like 90% of the time, what are these statistics? I just made that up. 90% of the time I've done couples therapy, I always walk out loving my partner more and having a newfound appreciation, and a lot of the pain has subsided out of my body, and that's a good thing because I want to feel free and light in the world. I watched the Super Bowl at the halftime. For some reason, I didn't know it was halftime. I went and picked up chicken wings, which I'm going to get to that later. I walked in right as the show was starting with Kendrick Lamar, and I got lit. I mean, I didn't get lit. I don't drink, but I got crunk, whatever. I started dancing like in whatever wing place it was, maybe Buffalo Wild Wings or something. And the place was packed to the brim. Barely anyone was moving. That was insane. Like, I heard Kendrick say, "Stay humble, sit down, be humble." And I was just bouncing around, like waiting for my food. And then I look up and I'm looking at like, I want to say like 1,000 people. Could be 200. No, it was a lot of people. The place was packed with the Super Bowl and barely anyone was moving. I saw one guy kind of bouncing around. So that was weird. I don't know if it was just the area or if they just really weren't pumped up with this halftime show. I've heard things about it since. I thought it was fine. The bell bottoms were a little interesting choice. Kind of cool to be different, I guess. I don't really have much more to say that. I know that they seem to have booed Taylor Swift. That was weird. I'm like, was that for her? Or was that because didn't they play in New Orleans? This is not a news segment. I don't know why I feel the call to talk about it. I'm like, maybe they're just booing her because they don't want the Chiefs to win because they know that she's associated with the Chiefs, I guess. Or maybe it's because of the Blake Lively scandal. I don't know. More will be revealed. I'm very interested in the whole scandal. Is that the word? Situation? Very into the situation. I'm sad that that movie is now all tainted with all their bullshit. I thought the movie was cute and beautiful and well done. And I thought it was great. And I liked all the flowers. But I guess, feel like it's tainted now. And there probably won't be a sequel. Send them love. Whatever the highest good may come of that situation, please let it be. Anyway, I don't even know how long I've been talking. Where's the time? Where's makeup? Can I get makeup? Hair? No, I don't have any of that. I do it myself. This updo is called Post Gym Sweat Updo. Now, you're welcome. I love it. It's easy. It's fun for everyone. Oh, and when Johnny and I were out to ice cream, we were in line, okay, to the San Francisco Creamery, I think it's called. And he said, "Do you want me to let you know if I've hooked up with someone and we run into them?" I thought, that's out of the blue. Who do we see? Who do you see? Who did you hook up with in here? He said, "No one." I'm like, "So you just thought of this out of nowhere? Who did you spot?" He said, "No, I just, we're in my hometown. I'm thinking about it." I think Johnny may or may not have hooked up with a lot of people. Women. No men that I know of, but more will be revealed there. I guess I could just straight up ask him. I have asked. He says no. I said, would you ever be with a man? And he says no. He has no interest. Okay, guys, so back off. So I said, so would you want to know if you're out with your partner and like they see someone they've hooked up with? Would you want to know? And I was like, wait, do you mean like just like if they're over there or if they come up to us? Like if you just see them, yeah, maybe like, hey, look, treat me like a friend. I know I'm not your friend, but like don't withhold and hide because you're afraid that I might get weird. Like talk to me like you would a friend. Like, oh, that's the girl I hooked up with. Or if someone comes up and is like, "Johnny, oh my God, like I haven't seen you since senior year. Remember that night?" Yeah, when she walks away, be like, "Hey, I hooked up with her." And tell me about it. Like, I want to know. I'm your friend too. I'm not just your amazing lover. I'm not just your perfect queen. I'm not just the mother of your beautiful baby boy. I'm your homie. So talk to me as such. Did you tear that up? Actually, I don't really need to know all those details, but I just don't. Yeah, I want to be included. I've always said that. Since like the last 10 years, I don't know how healthy this is. I just know I don't want to deal with infidelity ever. And I feel like when we hide stuff, we're getting closer to infidelity. And I know that there's a difference between like keeping things sacred, but that's different than keeping secrets. You know, like if you don't feel free to share something with me, then I wonder why, you know? I hope I give a safe place and I'm a safe space and a soft place to land for your history. It has nothing to do with me, right? I just want to be included in your life. And the minute I'm not included anymore, that's when I start to feel not good. And I'm not saying you need to tell me every single girl you've ever checked out and you need to show me a picture of every girl you've ever hooked up with. No, I don't care. I actually don't care. And let's say you work in an office and you're there every single day and you have a secretary and oh my God, you're starting to feel things and it's getting distracting. That would be something I want to know. Because, oh my God, how courageous is that for you to share that with me? That's a risk. You're risking me getting like riled up and upset, but at the expense of our relationship, at the honor of our relationship, you know, like I could get mad, but so what? Then I'll be so grateful that you were honest and you told me the truth and you didn't jump ship. You didn't leave the boat. You're in the boat and now we're talking about it and now I'm in on it with you. And then we go, okay, well, if it's that distracting, maybe hire someone else, you know, or pretend I'm her for the night. I don't know. There's so many options, okay, that we get to deal with in relationship because feelings will come up. They come up, they come up. And I just want to be a part of it. I say that now. I don't know if it is always going to be like this, but either take it to your therapist or take it to your partner because keeping it secret, whereas secrets are secrets, okay? I've had to learn a little bit of I tend to overshare, so I will be that person that's like, dang, he's hot. And Johnny's like, no? And I'm like, oh, yeah, for sure. So I need to like reel it back. And sometimes I play with it, like, right? Like I'm joking a lot of the time. Like I'm bringing levity to stuff. I'm not actually sitting there like staring at the guy like, oh my God, this is a really hard struggle for me because he's really hot and I really want him, but I'm with you. And No, it's not like that. I bring levity and playfulness to feelings like that. Even I wouldn't call them feelings. Like if someone's cute, like that's not too intense. Like there's attractive people, especially in Los Angeles. And then there's also a lot of people that think they're attractive and then it makes them unattractive. I don't know. When people are too obsessed with themselves, it's really unattractive to me. The most attractive thing that we can do is think of others and be of service to others. That is hot. So when a guy opens a door or is generous or is like, I'll pay for their meal, I got it. Or does it without even needing recognition. Yummy, 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 yummy. So I've had to reel it back. My end. I've needed to keep something sacred. Like sometimes I'll have dreams and I'll be like, whoa, that felt really intense and it's really heavy on my heart and I just don't know if I should share it or not. Like and I'll sit with it for a little while and then I'll forget about it. I'm like, I didn't need to share that. There's no point. There's a dream. And, or maybe it's sacred to me and it's like something that I need to figure out internally within myself before bringing to my partner. And if I can do that, keep something sacred, I think is a good thing. They call it the sacred garden. Who's they? I don't know. The little munchkins over there in the corner that made this up.
Hey, we made up the sacred garden. We want to, and you want to plant it. You're going to plant it. You put the rose there. You're going to put the seeds, and then you plant the secret, and then you share the secret, and bloom, blossoms.
Those are the minions. Minions. I think that's all I want to say for now. I don't know if I like the filming setup, but it's here. I'm trying to promote this and make it, grow. Thank you for continuously following me and checking in. Thank you for continuing to listen to the podcast and checking in and following along. I love you. You are enough. You are safe. And believe it. What you want wants you more. I love that. What I want wants me more. I love that. That is like my new thing. I hope want is an okay thing to say, because they say don't want something because that's putting it outside of you as if you already don't have it. And for manifesting, we want to act as if the thing is already ours. Like, I am abundant, I am creating, I am a money magnet. So I wonder what that it means to the unconscious if I'm saying what I want wants me. It just feels good, honestly. It's a good refresh for me. So I love y'all. Thank you for listening. 5 stars. Leave a review. Mwah! Manon out.